Yo, 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 what's up, y'all? Welcome to another week of Taking Highground Live. It is FNCS Global Championship Week. You should be watching it just like any other sports, whether it's college football on Saturdays or NFL football on Sundays. But we're glad to be here. It's a lot to talk about. A lot of things have happened recently, especially when it comes to the new season, which we don't know if we're calling Chapter 5 just yet because there's this gray area of possibly having a chapter one coming back in a certain way for a week. I mean for a month, my bad, from November 6th to November 3rd. So we'll touch on that and a whole lot of other things. My name is Rob. How you doing, bro?
What's going on, everybody? Fortnite's famous.
Yo,
Richard,
yo.
Black Ash, everybody else who's not in the chat yet.
Yes.
Excited for another week. What's going on?
Man, nothing much, bro. Did you get to watch any of the FNCS championship?
I did. I guess I didn't realize that it was starting on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
But I did. I watched 3 of the 4 games.
Okay, sweet.
Once I realized it was on, I missed the first one.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, our man's Booga's not doing that great, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I matter of fact, we might as well do it right now. Black Ash said something that was crazy. We were talking earlier, and he was just touching on how he was like, it's possible that Booga was when he won the World Cup, he was so fresh and so new, people didn't know his game, his style, that he kind of might have been ahead of his time, and now he's kind of figured out or it balanced out, just like it happens in any other sport. Like you think about let's say somebody like Jordan Poole, right? When Jordan Poole first started popping off for Golden State, they didn't really know his game too much, so they kind of had to figure out, like, is he really another Steph Curry? What's his weaknesses? Once they figure that out, they kind of know how to play you. Another one is like Jeremy Lin, things like that. So Black Ash was kind of using that connection, and I think that was a good point. I think Fortnite has grown so much and the skill sets have grown that you really see this distinct skill gap and change each year that a lot of people may not be used to.
Yeah, that's a good point. The Jeremy Lin point kind of hits home, but he's
Yeah.
still up there because he made it to the grand finals.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I mean, it could just be like there's a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations,
Yeah.
um, and like there's a lot more like competition, right?
Yeah.
It's taking a while for people to catch up, but they're there. So maybe I don't know. I know everyone wanted him to be like the GOAT for like all of time, but he still won the first. So like
Yeah.
he's already cemented. It's just I don't know if we're gonna see him like so he has to compete tomorrow,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then because so it's the top 25
Well,
automatically go to Sunday, right?
wait, hold on. I think he just made the Kanata has to compete tomorrow. I think the last game he
He did
pulled
good.
through. Yeah.
I think I missed the second half of the last game,
Yeah.
so that makes sense. But he needed to when I was watching it, so I didn't think he had made it.
Yeah. Yeah. The last game is when he pulled through. Let me just double check where he ended up at.
And the reason why we collectors probably are, if you're not like a Fortnite fan and you're rooting for Booga,
Yeah, he
it's
made it.
he made it. Okay,
Yep.
one of the big reasons is because there's so many collectibles around Booga already,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So that's why we as collectors are on that bandwagon, right? So like if you have a ticket signed by Booga and he
Mhm,
continues to win, it just kind
mhm.
of compounds those collectibles, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I'm rooting for Booga, even though I don't have my Booga signed ticket.
Yeah.
Kari has that joint. Yeah, I'm jealous of him, even though I sold it to him.
Yeah. I mean, Code and Acorn came out on top. That was absolutely amazing. They have been great for a very long time, but to see them pop off the way they did was when there's no way that another team can come in first, pretty much after with 2 games left, that tells you a lot.
Yeah, yeah, I watched a little bit, and I wish you could follow a specific team.
Yeah, you said that before. Yeah.
Yeah, because like they kept switching. I was like, man, I wonder how they're doing. I wonder how they're doing. It's just like that'd be
Yeah.
kind of nice if they did that. Like sports have like different channels.
Hmm.
Like if they split it up to different teams, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
That
think
would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think like so pretty much so like if they found a way to do it through whatever platform it is, like let's say they focused it on Twitch, but you could go on Twitch, you can follow, it's
Just the way they
concise.
do on their YouTube. You
Yeah.
just could run multiple at a time,
Yep.
and then whatever program they're using to follow those players, do it to the other ones.
Oh,
It would divide the watch hours, I guess, but
yeah. And I guess it's such a it's such a unique situation because I guess they're trying to. I mean, maybe they never thought of it, but also they may be trying to control anything that can happen mid game, things like that. Who knows what it is? But they definitely need to figure something out where we can follow
Maybe
more
it's not Fortnite. Maybe it's the how they all have their own
or
teams.
yeah, the
The
orgs.
organization needs to be able to get the link into. So,
Hmm.
like, if you're an organization, you need to have the connections at Epic Games to be able to get a link to broadcast your team,
Yep.
right? And you
Yep.
can have broadcast your team so people come and watch you. Like, you get those
Yeah.
rights to broadcast it like they have it.
Yep.
That would be a reason to join a team.
Like those local channels, just those local
Yeah.
channels. They get their
Like, I'm
local
wearing
teams.
the Wizards right now, right?
Yeah.
And so it's
Yeah.
like they have a connection with cable to like
Yep.
show those games, you know? So
Hey,
they
I
should
said
work.
Jordan Poole too. There you go.
You
But
know,
yeah,
just it doesn't matter when anybody joins our team, they
yeah.
no longer play good. Like we used to have the unicorn. Um, I always forget how to say his name.
Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Porzingis,
Yeah.
right? And he played like ass for the Wizards. Like he did nothing.
He looked good
And
with the
then
Celtics.
and now it's like first game of the Celtics, he yanked somebody and dunked on them. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
where was that at? Like,
He's
where was it at?
he's back to
Uh,
the unicorn, bro.
like people go to the Wizards to take a break, right?
Yeah.
You need a break. Here, we'll pay you just to rest a little bit,
No,
and
listen,
then
that's real.
they trade them. It's
That's
just messed up.
I know you don't watch football, but that's how my team was for a very long time. It's just like that's where you went for your career to either die or eventually revive at this point. It's either we had that or they will come in as rookies. They'll be average at best. And as soon as they went to their next team, they'll be Super Bowl champions. So you know that how that goes.
He said to get his swagger back after he left
Yeah,
our
no,
team.
for real.
I do have something interesting. So Midas sales, there's so many cracked ice for Midas Series 3,
Hmm.
right? And the price has come down and Donald Mustard is gone, but Donald Mustard's legacy still lives.
Hmm.
And so I found this. I haven't told Rob about this, so I wonder if you've seen this.
All right.
You have. I don't know if you have or not. So there's a guy named Jack
Bomb.
Baum.
I say
Um,
I probably say it wrong. What am I even trying to correct you for? I say everything wrong.
so I know he designed the Midas summer skin.
Okay.
I don't know if he designed Midas skin. I haven't gone that far back because
Hmm.
I'm not that well prepared. But I saw this tweet from him, and I don't know if you guys can read it, but I'll
Yeah,
read it really
I haven't
quickly.
seen this.
It says, while he worked for Epic Games, a very few special projects fell his way. And one of them was designing the earpiece that Midas, Brutus, Peely, Lynx, and Meowscles all wore during Chapter 2. Now, if you don't remember this, there's a
Hmm.
huge cutscene right when you get to Chapter
The
2
earpiece,
with
yeah.
Lynx, and like she does it, and it's so cool, right? Um, so he was approached by Donald Mustard several years ago. So when they say this, like, when I say this, how many times have I said this that Donald Mustard plans years in advance?
Hmm.
So I said Donald Mustard's legacy is not gone because he's planning stuff years in advance. And so they have to know all this stuff. So even
Hmm.
though Donald Mustard is gone, his ideas are not gone.
Good point.
Okay. So I'm thinking at least 3 to 4 years of content could have come from Donald Mustard.
Hmm.
So you're gonna see a whole bunch of tweets and be like, "Thank God Donald Musk is gone. He would have messed this up." And I guarantee you, half of these things are gonna have been his idea, and he's not gonna get the credit for any of this stuff going forward. But nonetheless, so he was approached by Donald Mustard to design the earpiece, which people
Hmm.
are like, "Okay, so what? It's the ears?" But he made it to say it's very special. So I kept reading on. He talked about like he went through a lot of different like passes at it, and then he came up with the design. The truth of the seemingly simple little earpiece went beyond Fortnite. It was a gateway into mysterious things I am not able to discuss, but I won't stop you from theorizing. He said, as Donald Mustard once said, something, something, something. I guess I cut that part out. Sorry.
What at
Um,
the bottom? It's at the bottom.
Let me see here.
Go to the next slide tab again. It's right there.
That's it.
As Donald once said to me, the best story is the
Oh yeah,
story you tell yourself.
yeah. There you go. So this is the earpiece that he designed, and apparently it goes past Fortnite. What that means, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But he says he can't say anything yet, and then he goes on to say in another tweet that I didn't share, but he was like, he can't wait for us to like find out, right?
Yeah.
So with that said, um, I know Midas was supposed to come back, and now that Dalramash is gone, we were thinking he might not. This is kind of interesting. Maybe Midas is still going to be a big part of the story, especially given this little bit of detail that we have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. I mean, I would be interested, and I actually agree with that. I would be interested to see if they let it stay that way. Like, let's say Donald Mustard kind of laid this blueprint for them to kind of follow or branch off of or break, kind of break down a little bit. If they end up following that, that would be interesting to see. But yeah, that's pretty
It's it's
crazy. I like that.
it's interesting, right? And I
Yeah,
was like, I had to bring this to the show to tell you guys, and let you guys know I have zero Midas. I do have links though, so hopefully links does big things. I tried to
yeah,
sell links today, it did not sell. Um,
yeah.
so
That
I need to.
which is to Dylan's point. So Dylan's links is a PSA 7, right? And we were talking before we got went live. A PSA 7 in series 2 probably should be just as respected as series 1, in my
At
opinion.
least at least
At least
blue.
close. Maybe, yeah, at least
So the
close.
blue ones, it's like the
Yes.
blue cards are really hard to grade.
Yeah, yellow and green is different and stuff like that. But
Yellow
blue
is
for
very
sure.
easy to grade. Look at Midas, look at Aura.
Maybe
Um,
purple. But blue is tough. Like blue is top tier tough. That
yeah,
is a whole
and I
nother
don't
level
know
tough.
why.
Yeah.
I wish I knew why. I wish I gave out more information on that. But we can talk about that a little bit. I'll throw this back up here.
Yeah.
This is kind of some market information. So today I had a cool idea. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna run a quick fire sale in the Facebook group, and I wanted to do it different because I always sell stuff at a discount,
Yeah.
and because I don't want people to be like, oh, he's talking up
Mhm.
this stuff, and a lot of stuff I've talked about before, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to do a progressive sale. I
Mhm.
thought it was straightforward. It's $500 for everything. I'm
Mhm.
going to post a new item every 2 minutes that makes the lot get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Mhm.
It was a lot of fun to run,
Yeah.
and I had a lot of people watching. I said it's going to start in like 3 or 4 hours. Drop some W's, drop some eyeballs, so we can get a big thing going. And so I posted for like an hour, like 2 minutes apart every time. That's a lot of content. I showed up here. This is maybe not everything, but a lot of it. So for $500, I was giving like I don't know, 15 slabs almost.
Yeah.
A USA Series One cracked ice, DKV, binders, pins, 10 overshield packs.
Mhm.
So it was like over $1,500 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
Series 2 slabs for cracked ice, Series 3, and Series 1, and it did not sell for $500. And that is a Series 1 USA Crystal Shard right there.
Yeah.
It's worth about $200 itself.
And that does,
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
and so there's other
Triceratops.
comics and stuff like that. There's also some card packs in there from Reloaded. Um, there was 5 Peely base, 5 Skull Trooper base. So yeah, I mean, I was just kind of a test, and I thought that it would sell, but the market is down. And this is not investment advice, but I don't know if it's going to go lower, but it might at this point. If that didn't sell, um, I don't know. We might be in like a long few months of no sales.
Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah, that was a we were talking about this as well. That's it just shows you where the market is. That's why I was saying the mix between where the market times the economy is, right? Plus what eBay is rolling out with this, you having to confirm everything before you bid. When that is officially rolled out, we may see some interesting prices, bro. Like we honestly might. Because I don't know, because I haven't participated in an auction and maybe it might be over 6 months, right?
Hmm.
The BK, I don't know if you've seen, it's a Black Knight Hollow PSA 9 that sold, I think, a week and a half ago. It sold for $800, right? Is that is that just the market plus the economy, or did eBay officially roll that out? I don't know how that is because I haven't did an auction in a long time, but I think it's a little bit of everything.
So when I say the market, Wayne, I'm not saying like the cards aren't worth more future wise, but the market is what stuff will sell for right now. So
Yeah.
technically, the market is down. just because like the demand of Fortnite cards, like I'm not saying like it's like that's bad, but people do not have the money, and people who need to sell, the market's going to go down, right?
Yeah.
That's
And
what I'm saying. It's like
yeah,
I don't. I mean, I'm big into Fortnite cards, right? I'm big into Fortnite collectibles. I'm not saying they, but it's obvious like prices are going down.
yeah.
Yeah, I
I
don't mind. I don't mind people who are buying the dip. You know, what I mean, there's some
yeah,
really cheap cards out there, and it's great for people who are getting into the hobby. But right
yeah.
now, it's very down, and I don't know if it's going to go back up anytime soon with stuff getting this low.
Yeah, and I think that when we say market, I think we kind of means the way it mirrors the economy. Like it kind of
Yeah.
mirrors what's going on. So that yeah, like it's not about Fortnite specifically being down. I think I mean, if I don't know which apps y'all use for checking prices and stuff like that, but if you spend any time checking them, you'll see a lot of interesting things, just charts wise and all of those things. Matter of fact, I am gonna shout out Carlotta real quick. I watched their podcast, pretty much right after we get off of ours, and on their app, right, they have this, they have this I think it's called the industry tab, and
Hmm.
it shows the whole market over each year, right? And the market has completely corrected back to 2019. Totally. Like so all of that COVID and all of those numbers, it completely corrected to where it was going into 2019, finishing off of 2019. So that just tells you a lot. That just says that it's a buyer's market. That's not a bad thing. That's great for people like Dylan said that's coming in, but it's definitely stuff to pay attention to.
So what's interesting, and kind of to get back to what Wayne said, right?
Mhm.
Um, what's interesting is where the prices are now
Mhm.
compared to how many sellers there are right now. So this is kind of the research I got
Oh yeah, I
into last
forgot about
week.
this. I forgot about
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
So I was doing some research, right? And I wanted to figure out how many people have been selling Fortnite cards on eBay. And like I wasn't sure what percentage that would be. I thought that most people who bought Fortnite cards were probably selling them on eBay.
Yeah.
I'd say at least 50%. But like some people in the Facebook group disagree. So like I'll ask you guys, there's 19
Yeah.
people in here. Please comment and let
Mhm.
us know how many people do you think have sold a Fortnite card on eBay? How many of the Fortnite collectors or investors have sold on eBay? Like what percentage? 25, 50, 75, maybe one of those three.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was doing research and I was able to figure out like exactly how many eBay sellers there were for Fortnite cards in the last 2 years.
Mhm.
I'm going to show you guys that data here in a second after you guys tell me what y'all think.
Isaac
Because
say
I honestly don't
25%.
know.
Mhm.
Um, I would think I want to say that most of the Fortnite collectors have been flippers.
Mhm.
So I can't say I doubt it's 25%, right? Most people who bought Fortnite cards were flippers.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
obviously to say.
Yeah, that's pretty yeah.
Like 10%? You think 10% of people $100 plus under 1K? What does that mean? Oh,
Oh, yeah. Got
you're
you.
trying to guess exactly how many sellers? No, no, like what percentage of people who collect Fortnite cards have sold on eBay? Because the number I want to get to is how big is the Fortnite card market?
Mhm.
Right? So if we can get to a percentage of that, I have the total sellers here. I know exactly how many people have sold Fortnite cards on eBay. So if
Yeah.
we can get a real percentage or a guess that everyone can agree with, we can kind of estimate like how many people are in the hobby. And then we can compare it to other hobbies. And then it looks like Fortnite's actually not that down. Like the
Mhm.
demand is there for the people who are in the hobby.
Right.
So that's a good amount of guesses. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Um, yeah, so you said it's still off in the poll, like 35%. All right, so using Terapeak, I realized that it actually tells you the total number of sellers.
Mhm.
And if you know anything about like this would be hard to do with basketball
Right.
because everyone lists something differently. But what I realized is every single person lists Fortnite exactly the same. And I know this from my search terms. If you have saved search terms, you know this too. Panini Fortnite is pretty much in every single listing.
Yep.
So by saying Panini Fortnite, you're getting all sellers for all the Fortnite cards. and it comes to 6,322 for the last 2 years. A total of $2 million in sales,
Mm-hmm.
right? So let's say like if it's 50%, that makes it 1,200 collectors, give or take, which is not a lot. And not 1,200,
Right.
12,000 collectors,
Yeah.
right? And like, what did we use as the? I'm gonna duplicate this real quick. So I was trying to say, okay, well, let's compare this to some other one. What was the one we were using? What's that?
What
MetaZoo.
MetaZoo? Oh yeah, yo, shoot, MetaZoo.
So let's
This
do
is
this
this
one.
was interesting.
So this one is 14,000. So if you say about the same, that would mean there's 30,000 collectors of that,
Mm-hmm.
right? That is how small Fortnite is, 30,000 to 12,000, right? And then they've done $17 million worth
Yeah.
of sales, and they've done 17 millions with like 14,000 here. I mean, it's insane. So then if you go to the sports, if you go to like Pokemon, just for kicks, because you guys know Pokemon's insane. Pokemon has had 468,000 sellers.
Look at
And if
those
you think
numbers.
that's around 50%, that's a million people collecting Fortnite cards. I mean, Pokemon cards. So just some interesting data. I have no real like solid facts to tell you guys. I just wanted to share that. I thought it was
But
interesting. But
so what's some things that ran through your mind when you seen that? What did you get from that?
for me, it shows me how small our market is, yet
Mm-hmm.
how expensive the cards are. If you
Yep.
look at if you look how small the sellers are and like how expensive the cards are, it's kind of crazy, right? There's
Yeah.
this little amount of people in it. So like if this goes up, let's say it goes up like 4,000,
Mm-hmm.
which is like less than MetaZoo, you know? And so the other cool thing is you can actually see over the time. So this was 2 years. Let's say the last 6 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me change it up here. There's only 1,500 people left in the hobby right now selling cards.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
went from 6,000 2 years ago to 1,500. That's 6 months. Like, and I mean, I can say for a year too. The last year, let's do that. It's
Pretty much.
3,000.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And then
No,
if you,
this.
if you if you go down like let's do like 30 days, 360 sellers. And I
Is
compare that to MetaZoo too. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Do that MetaZoo one real quick too.
And I'm only just and like there's no real comparisons for MetaZoo. I'm just trying to figure out like a card hobby that's like kind of newish. Like Fortnite's new. That's why I chose MetaZoo. It was
Right.
pretty new. So just some interesting data just to compare. So we do the
Yeah.
last 6 months here. They still got 4,000 sellers in the last 6 months, and we had 25% of that, I believe. Yeah.
Mm. I mean, that's so interesting because like for me, when we were looking at this last week, I was I was like, what's crazy is like you said, if this even doubles, that's when everybody, because it's not just us that say this. That's when we're talking about how even though Midas has, let's say, I don't know how many he has now. Let's say he has 125 cracked ice graded.
Hmm.
That's what we're getting at is if the hobby doubles, that's not a lot of cards. That's not a lot of Midas cards. That's not a lot of Galaxy cards. The cards that's high pop or that we feel are high pop now, if the hobby doubles at any given point, it just shows you how different it is. It shows you how many people fell off as well. But I think you can get a lot from this. Is very interesting numbers.
Yeah, I think you can get a lot of different information from this, and it's all gonna be very different. You can look at this 100 different ways,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like I don't know what's right, but I think that there's something we can do with data here.
Hmm.
Like if you go with data analytics and stuff like that, knowing how many sellers there are plus like total items sold for this category, I think
Yeah,
that's really useful. Um, you could even do this for like crystal shards and stuff like that. But so if you guys have not looked at Terra Peak, that's what it's called, Terra Peak. Just Google, I guess, eBay Terra Peak, and you'll
yeah.
probably come up with it. Um,
It so David said that Fortnite wasn't advertised heavily like Meta was. That's the point. Like it mind boggles me. Like even though we see the numbers of how many people are selling now and it's a lower number, the fact that, like Dylan said, the fact that the numbers of the sell numbers are so high, like the price that these cards sell for, but the hobby is so small. And the thing is, no matter what people say about Fortnite cards, it happens every time. Whether it's a new all-time high or whether it has corrected, the price that it corrected to is crazy. And that's what I think is hard for people to understand. So if you look at a skin like or a card like Red Knight, right? Red Knight sold for 11,000 at its peak, but at her peak, my bad, at her peak, but it came all the way down, quote, all the way down to the 2000s. That selling for 2000 is still crazy compared to how small the hobby is. And that's just things to look at. It's pretty
And
crazy.
that has to do with like how rare the cards are, right? And I don't
Yeah.
know much of anything, so like I don't want to compare too much to like MetaZoo and stuff because I really have done no research on those. But like, if anybody comes up with some cool, like interesting concepts, because I know a lot of people
Yes.
like to throw like facts around, like this means this, which
Mm-hmm.
sometimes with correlation, it's not exactly. There could be other reasons that's correlating with it changing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like, if you guys have any theories or anything you want to say, please shoot me a message and let me know because and I will talk about it because I think it's super interesting. I think, and like I know he's saying like it wasn't advertised. I'm not trying to say like um MetaZoo's better, right? They're
Right.
outperforming. I know Fortnite cards have not been like advertised,
Yeah.
but like I'm just trying to compare like apples to oranges here. Like that was heavily produced and that heavily produced, heavily advertised and
Yep.
pushed by the media, right? And we got there without that.
Without that.
I think we got similar prices too,
Mm-hmm.
with a fourth of the actual like sellers,
Yeah.
which means like a fourth of the buyers too. There's gonna be a pretty much same amount of sellers as buyers, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we got a fourth of the prices, like I don't know the highest MetaZoo sale. Do you?
Oh no, I have
Is
no
anybody a
idea.
MetaZoo collector in here? And I went MetaZoo instead of like Garbage Pail Kids or something like that.
They're
But
not. But to like even to like tie to this. Remember when I am I frozen? I think I am.
yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
Even when I to tie to this, even when I did the poll for how many people have their grills, right? The reason why I asked that is because we always talk about strong versus weak hands. When these auctions happen, we don't know what type of hand that went into it. It's a lot of strong hands in this hobby, and that card may not be seen again. And that happens a lot of different times. So it's always interesting to see how small the hobby is. And even somebody said like we know where these cards go a lot of the time. Um, but it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, when I found the data, I was like super excited. I know Shardnock is really good with data. He put up some really cool facts
Yeah.
about like the colors and how they grade and things like that. So I hope to see a Shardnock post one of these days
Yeah.
talking about this because he goes in great detail. I've seen him do it on Instagram before.
Hmm.
So that would be cool to see, or anybody else that comes up with anything.
For
Um,
sure.
I'm just glad that I was able to pull that together for you guys.
No, that was a good one. I like that one because it really gives you a great insight on where the hobby was and is at this time.
I wish it could go back further
Yeah.
because, like, if you think of like Pokemon, like literally they have 500,000 sellers,
Hmm.
500,000, and there's 6,000 Fortnite sellers.
Yeah. Sorry, it's funny. Yeah. That it's and it's also crazy because you've seen a couple people, a couple different channels and content creators talk about Fortnite cards recently. And the card, I think it's card talk. I always forget the order of the words, but I watched theirs as well. Shout out to Shard. But he'll know why I said that. But yeah, and they had clicks on, well, 137, the company had clicks on there asking him his favorite cards or his favorite skins. And
And
he said this.
he probably had them on there because he signed with
Right.
VaynerMedia, who's
Yep.
connected to 137.
Yeah. Yeah, so they had him on there, and he was talking about how it's Spark Plug and Bright Bomber. And I think it's a lot of people that's paying attention to the market. They just are either quiet or they haven't figured it out yet. So that's always interesting. Shout out to anybody that talks about Fortnite cards.
So they
It's this.
they they brought up Sparkplug and Clicks. which we've done a million times. We even got him the sign spark plug.
Hmm.
So I mean, I like to say like we don't need to bring on clicks on here to find that out.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
literally you brought him on to ask him like what skin. I mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's it's interesting because I think a lot of time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tie this together, right? It's I realize and I appreciate. I'm talking about our hobby. I'm talking about the Fortnite car hobby now. I realize and appreciate how many people are using different lingo now. Like that the it's changing. A lot more people watch the FNCS championship. I think that's very important because you do get to see that sometimes me and Dylan are not talking out the side of our face. Let's go with that. Like when we're talking about these skins that you see that's being used, I know a lot of people seen Echo today. I know a lot of people seen multiple different skins that we've said that is that's very popular. And if you've seen how many kids was getting autographs by Code had kids surrounding him soon as he won that. I think it was the first or second game. I can't remember which one it was, but the first game. It's it's those little things that once Fortnite grows and continues to grow, this is a great. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. This is great tell for how the competitive side is holding up to the whole divisions of what Epic Games is and what Tim Sweeney is kind of seeking out. I think they did very good. By the way, the merch is fire as well. So we'll go with that.
so I was looking at other like media and content for other games because like sometimes when you get into something like I'm a fanboy of Fortnite because I play Fortnite, right? It's what I
Yeah.
play, right? So of course it's better than all the rest.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to look at it like objectively, right?
Objectively.
Like
Mm-hmm.
so I was looking at some other games I've played and they all have fandoms, right? All
Mm-hmm.
these games have fandoms. Um and I was trying to think it's a lot there's one video they're talking about how um I'm already forgetting it. One of these games is like the best BR game,
Mm-hmm.
battle royale game. They're talking
Mm-hmm.
about how it's so much more skill based and everything else. Um,
Apex.
Apex, yeah, they were talking about Apex, and it got me thinking like, okay, they may have like a diehard fan base and stuff like that, but what none of these people have for like collectibles for our interest, even if they did something like that, like you don't. I've played Apex, and there's not like there's how many characters does Apex have? Like I forget, but you can pick certain types of characters and you can fall in love with that one. But it's not like Fortnite where it's your own. Like you don't have a connection. Like Richard and Moisty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's not like a whole bunch of people. It's Richard. He loves Moisty. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like for me, like Aura, there's a whole bunch of us who really like it and like wear that skin. You, Lux.
Mm-hmm.
Like these
Mm-hmm.
other games, although they can compete with like a fan base,
Mm-hmm.
that fan base cannot like love their skin or love a character as much as we love ours.
Yeah.
That connection is just not there. So I was
Yeah.
trying to look at it objectively, but I just came back to the fact that Fortnite's
Well, I think to add to your point, I think what it is as well is even if they were able to love their skins as much or or have that type of love for their skin, the difference is how unique each skin is in Fortnite. And the spectrum is ridiculous. That's the thing. Like you can have these, you can have the troll slash goofy skins, you can have the sweat, you can have the superhero looking skin, you can have all of these different skins, and not there's so many that's just not the same. There's like these bubbles, like a sweat bubble, like it's like things like that. But even in that case, all of the skins are just different. It's just unique, man. It's nothing like
so
it.
like Ripon says they like Toxin, right?
Yeah,
So like there's 24 characters in Apex Legends, like 24, right?
yeah.
So like even if they did a collectible with it, right? And you had 24, they'd have to mass produce it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Or have all these alternate versions,
Yep.
right? Same thing with Pokemon, and like they start with 140. That's why like the top three, they had to
Yeah.
choose three. Everyone went after those, right?
Yep.
With Fortnite, it's not like that, right? There may be a top, but you have
Yeah.
so many people who are obsessed with these other ones,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's
And to your point, like okay, there's currently I think it's like 15.5. I think it's like 15,500 Fortnite skins right now, right? The whole thing with this is though, we were talking about like let's say series 4, 5, 6, and 7 came out. It never will be able to catch up to how many skins is out because there's variants of those skins. So let's just use Aura, for instance. Aura has what is it, four different styles or three different styles now that come with her original skin.
Aura.
It's
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 three,
Hunter, and then the
three.
Charming. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she has 3, but then she also has her
Her FNCS, and
her
then she
FS
has
yep.
her minty fresh one,
Minty fresh. So
and
she has 5 right there. And
yeah.
it's just it's so it's crazy because you'll never be able to reach that threshold of catching up with the amount of skins, even if new sets were still coming out, because there's just so much. And it was funny because if you look back at chapter 1, it was like 30 to 40 skins, maybe, that came out a season, probably less than that. And now it's just it's ridiculous.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting this thing. I don't know if I don't know if I'm getting the reference, but I didn't pay attention to what the actual name was until Shardnut said something. So yeah, what a username.
Wait, what? I'm lost.
um maybe I'm getting a different reference. I don't know. Um but yeah, no, I agree. So like I tried to look at it from a different point of view to try to
Yep.
like, cool off on Fortnite like stuff. Like, hey, let's look at this objectively. But it's hard. I can't get away from it.
Yeah.
Now you had some other stuff to share, right? The people who sent stuff in, or you have some other
Oh yeah.
content.
Yeah, let me just see what else was on this. Wait for that one. And then I think, yeah, I think that's good for that. So we definitely can get into the pickups, which is one of my favorite things. I like this a lot. But with this, so I don't. We were just talking about how the buyer pool is right now, but Colton seems to be living on different time right now. So because Colton comes with the heat every single week, but I actually think, I don't know if it still is. I don't know if he pulled it off the table, but I think the Beef Boss is up for sale. So Colton, I don't know if it still is or not. But somebody might end up messaging him.
I believe it
Yeah,
is. I think I was messaging him earlier.
yeah.
I think he is selling the beef boss.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
the
I
beef
said.
boss is up for sale if anybody's interested. Colton is he's kind of open with this. Like, he does a lot of trades and stuff. So if you see anything, I don't know if everything's available, but he seems open for the most part, most of the time.
I wonder who picked
Wayne.
up a Peely for your
Wayne.
Wayne.
So Wayne got a PSA 9 USA Crystal Shard Pilly. This is one of his 1,000 Pillies in his collection. It's just growing. He has the autos of the artist. What I really like about I'm gonna just tie this into Wayne's I forgot her name, but the artist that did Pilly and Fish Stick, she's really
Trina
passionate.
or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Trina
She's
B or
really
something.
passionate about these skins. I think that's why it was such a win. Just like Drew Hill, those artists like that, that's passionate about their skins, that talk about the skins that they created a lot, is definitely a win, and she's definitely one of them. So that's dope to see.
Peely
Let's
is
see.
boss.
Yeah. Emmerich, he's been killing on the Italy side. One thing I can tell Italy print versus Brazil print pretty easily, but the light blues get me sometimes. The light
I
blues
can't
get
tell the
me.
difference, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you see the poll I did for the Italy versus
no,
Brazil? Yeah. So let me
was it
just
on the
get the
YouTube or was it
no,
on?
it's on Instagram because the poll is was easier to do with the picture for this one. Uh Let me see. You can talk. I'm gonna pull it up real quick to see what the
I s-
percentage was.
while he's pulling that, let me pull up this. Panini Fortnite Reloaded checklist. I finally got most of this up on the website.
Major achievement.
So with most of the pictures here. So if you never reloaded and you wanted to see all the skins that were in it, you can now see it here, except for a few categories, and we'll show them down here. So I've got the event and set cards, the hollows, of course, and here are the set cards. Um, so I'm still working on getting the glowing and the moving cards.
Yeah.
Um, but for the most part, you can see everything on here. Um, I got the ones that are really hard to grade up there, just so you can see the different skins.
It's a dope set, bro. It really is. It's a dope set. I think seeing it like this laid out is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's a pretty big set. So I'll let you guys know when I update the rest. The moving cards are very cool. I still have only one graded. There's so much I want to actually do. So like I want to get the moving cards graded at some point.
Yeah.
I also want the DKV cards
Mm-hmm.
all in tens.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's SGC, because I can't get them in tag or PSA. Doesn't really matter. But I do want those in like a 10, and those are gonna be hard. Um, so there's just so much to do with freaking Fortnite. So I have time
Yeah.
as long as the prices keep staying low like this. I'll bring this back up for you.
Let's see these. Yeah. So this was yeah, that's a major achievement, by the way, bro. Shout out to you for that, because that is time consuming to say the least. But
Yeah, I
going
appreciate it.
going to the Emirates, right? Just talking about the Italy versus Brazil. I sent you a picture right here, right? I did this poll and I asked was it's blurry on here for some reason, but I asked which one was Brazil and which one was Italy. Can you tell just from this?
Um, if I had to just make a random guess,
Yeah,
it would be random. So I'm not gonna make a guess.
you're not gonna make a guess. All right.
I mean,
So
because obviously here I can tell two of these look different,
yeah,
but like I don't know if that's just the lighting, and I would just be guessing. It'd be a 50-50 guess, to be
yeah.
honest.
So it was the same. I scanned it myself. It was the same scanner. Nothing changed. I didn't edit it at all. So just use that. But
I would
yeah,
say because we know that hollows for Brazil are darker, I'm gonna guess Brazil is the left one.
there you go. You got it. So
But that's
20.
not fair because I was using like
No, but that's, I
it was
mean,
guess that's guesstimation on
yeah,
my part.
guesstimation. So 15 said the Italy print was right, and 27 said no, my bad. 15 said the Italy print was left, and 27 said it was right. So for the most part, people got it right. It's a hard one, man, and that's why I wanted to post this, because uh it is not an easy one. And what I noticed by looking at the names that voted, a lot of them have Italy and Brazil in their collections. And then some of the ones that got it wrong is kind of like just USA collectors. So that was interesting to look at as well. It's not easy to tell, especially when it's in your hand. If you don't know that Brazil is darker, it's something that you can definitely get wrong.
Oh, he said I stole your group chat signals. I wasn't even looking at the group chat. I was just making estimations.
Yeah.
Um, Isaac, same card trick
Same
question.
card trick question. Yeah, so that was interesting to see. I wanted to see what, now that is coming, it will be 5 years next year. Well, not technically for Italy and Brazil, but you get what I mean. Uh well, was it Italy was halfway through series one? How did that happen again?
Series one, Brazil. I have no idea where Brazil came from. Um,
Italy was,
Italy was pretty quick. From what
so
I
like within
remember.
months.
Like I would have to ask like Wayne and them who are buying cards because I got like one of the last boxes from Target.
Yeah,
So I just know that at the time there was so much Italy on the market and no US, but
yeah,
Brazil came out of nowhere. So Brazil was super late.
yeah.
And I don't know if that's just like it took a while to make it to
To
US
circuit to
because
circulate.
most
Yeah.
people from Brazil don't even use the US like eBay,
Right, right.
right? Even now, there's only like a couple sellers
Yeah.
from Brazil. So I don't know if that's why. But that's why I was saying like it was US, then Italy, then Brazil is like first
Mhm.
print, second print, third print. But
Yeah.
technically, I guess Brazil could have been printed earlier. We just never saw anything.
Never circulated.
Because
Yeah.
like, why would you
So
try to sell all the way to America? If it's not
right.
like selling.
Yeah, especially if you didn't try it, locally first. So Thomas came in with the Italy mega boxes. I think he ripped a couple. I think I actually have his somewhere, his pulls. I'll show that at some point.
What's crazy is if you go back one more, is
Yeah.
what's crazy is that we were all arguing which one was shorter print
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah.
Like at one point, it was a real argument. I know a
Hmm.
lot of people like half were right and half were wrong. I was wrong as hell because I was like, "There's
Yeah.
no way that these countries that don't collect cards are printing more cards than the U.S." But I don't know if it was the reprint that we all talk about, but there's definitely more printed in Italy
Yeah.
than USA right now.
That Also, we got a comment last week that we don't talk about Italy or Brazil. I thought that was crazy. I was like, "Yo, what?" I think we talk about it fairly often, but maybe it's
I want to say
that's
that 50% of our content has to do with
yeah.
USA versus Italy and Brazil.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe I guess he was saying that we don't. I guess he's saying like we brush over it sometimes, even though I don't agree with that. I'm guessing that's what he was getting
No,
at. That
I think what he was probably getting is that like we always hype up USA shards. Oh, you got
yeah,
USA shard
and then
versus
it's
Italy shard.
yeah,
But at the same time, it's like it's much easier to get an Italy shard.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I say much easier, easier compared to like USA. It's
And
like it's
maybe, yeah, and maybe it's just me. I know you're probably this way too, but usually like when I'm even if I look at other parts of the hobby, like when I'm talking about like sports that I'm interested in, I do want to see what is sought after the most, and then I like to trickle down from there. Like, so I think it's just a natural progression. I just want to know what I know. I want to know what people are searching for the most, and then I want to know the nuance of it because it is, to be honest, it's literally gonna be nuance down the road. It is going to be conversations of how many Italy versus Brazil is graded, how many has PSA 10s, how many has PSA 9s, what's the harder grades. So those things are gonna happen. It's just about how long it takes for people to consistently do that.
so like I still have like Italy like shards and like or I'm sorry, Italy cracked ice or lemonade for
Crystal
all those.
shards. Crystal shards.
So I still have the Italy ones.
Yeah.
I used to have a bunch of them, right? I used to have a lot of tins, and I sold those. And I've actually been thinking lately, like, man, I miss those.
Hmm.
I mean, of course, I miss my USA ones more.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
offense, I do, but I do miss them too. Like it's like I was doing my claim sale today, my $500 progressive, and I was looking at what to put in there, and it's like, oh, I can't put in my Italy Ghoul Trooper. No, I was going through. It's like I can't put in my Italy hunting rifle, right?
Yeah.
And even my cuddle team leader, Italy or Brazil. This is Brazil, right? I was like,
Yeah.
that's not going in there either. So like it was hard for me, and so like I don't want to talk down too much about them,
No.
but the facts
Yeah.
are, it's like US are harder to get, right? It,
Hmm.
it just it just is.
Yeah.
I mean that's
And
all it is to it.
I think and that's and y'all know that matter of fact, I'm eventually probably very soon I'm gonna start working on the international for Omega, right? So that I have to go back to Italy and Brazil again. Like that has been become very fun for me, completing those like international sets. Because I will say that a lot of the Brazil part of the Lux collection was dang near impossible. I'm not gonna lie. Like the easiest one was the crystal shard, just because I think people post that because it has value to it. But that Brazil hollow, man, that was rough until somebody looked out in the hobby. And I'll make that known eventually.
We gotta do a shout out for Westrum. Westrum.
Hey, 21.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, bro. 21. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
West.
so it's interesting that you go for like the rainbow. Would you go for the like? I haven't even tried besides Aura. No,
Yeah.
that's not true. I went for Aura. I got like the cracked ice ones. Like
Mhm.
I just pick up whatever comes available. But so you rather go for the rainbow of something you want before you like start looking for like a new card per se.
Well, I'll say put it this way. If I did a big chase, like if I achieved a big card like drift, I need a little breather. Like so
Mhm.
so that going to like a rainbow set, something that's a little bit more achievable until I'm ready to tackle something else is kind of the way I treat it. So after I got Lux Crystal Shard, the USA one, I just kind of focused on her, the full international rainbow. And now that I got Drift, I think I'm gonna kind of approach Omega as long as it's not affecting what I want to do with my crystal shards. Like if a crystal shard pop up that's on my list, series one USA, that's the focus. Even some series two. But if nothing's popping up, then yeah, that's definitely the focus.
Is that the most impressive? Because what about a PSA 10 reloaded set?
Both.
Both. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
both. It's
Um,
hard to even
but there
that's
will only
yeah.
be one PSA reloaded. There will be other USA of the Series 1.
What you think, a,
Uh,
a 10 set?
I think there's going to be a USA Series 110 set at some point.
But you talking about Brazil
I'm
to
saying
reload it.
S-Zone completed a Brazil one
Yeah.
versus a reloaded one. You still
Oh,
got the USA
I
one
get what you I
too,
get what you're
but there will
saying. I get
only
what you're
be
saying.
one reloaded if that could happen.
Yeah, yeah, like I think so is very interesting because y'all know how I feel about I think Brazil is dang near impossible when it comes to some of the grading aspects of it. Um I've noticed that a good amount of them have not a good amount of them, some of them have like indentations on the surface. The surface is a major problem. We know Italy print, but I think conversations will get interesting 5 years from now when it comes to this Italy and Brazil and even Reloaded.
Yeah, maybe if we can get prices down a little bit more, it's like maybe we
Yeah,
can. But you know what? Interesting enough, um, it's so hard to get Brazil's like one seller, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
getting a 10 set of that would be super difficult just because it's hard to find product.
But imagine how many L's you're gonna take in that. That's what makes it like don't get me wrong, you're gonna take L's in Reloaded or Brazil. I'm just thinking about they're both tough, but I'm thinking like,
There's more cards than Reloaded.
yeah,
I think Reloaded 10 set is going to be harder than
but
a Brazil.
because it's cheaper, it does make it a little bit more achievable. But I think once you get past the let's say the top 15 of series one, that I think that's when the comparison seems a little bit equal, like because the prices might start balancing out. But you can send in 20 to 30 of a non-renegade reloaded card, getting the clean, getting enough
It's
renegades, because the thing is people buy renegades consistently. So you're gonna have
I
to
I
pull them and you can't get them
I
raw
think
because
Wayne
everybody's
is
buying them.
right. I think it's much harder to find Brazil
Hmm.
and then get the 10. I still
Yeah.
think Reloaded would be harder to 10,
Hmm.
but I think where Brazil is interesting, it's hard to find it. But like I don't want to put too much emphasis on that
Yeah.
because of like the all the unknowns.
Right.
Because I've seen like 20 master sets of Brazil sell. There's a lot of unknowns in that. And if one person has a shit ton of it, I don't know. But the Brazil, like, they're not being available enough could just be for right now, right?
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
reloaded, like, that quality ain't getting better. It's just not. So it's
And
interesting.
yeah, and I think that my where I get to is because I agree with that. Like we don't know how Brazil is, factioned off. My thing is just getting it from point A to point B, getting that 10 or failing to get that 10, right? How many, like, are you going to be able to, let's just go with like a skull trooper.
Wait, wait,
Can you
wait,
buy
wait,
six to
wait.
seven skull troopers right now?
A
You know
seller
what I
from
mean?
Brazil told me there were about 80 sets printed, like 80 master sets printed.
He probably saying 80.
Can
Well,
you
I'm guessing,
can
yeah,
you
it looks,
confirm? Can you be more specific, Isaac? He said there's 80 master sets printed or 80 sets total. So 80 full master sets were printed and then put through, or complete like printed as like a sets. I'm just curious. That's interesting news.
yeah, I actually agree with this.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
a seller on eBay was selling master sets, and he's saying they printed about 80 of them. See, that's what's got me worried for Brazil.
See, but that doesn't worry me too much based off of the scarcity conversation. Even if it's an abundance, the process of it getting to the hand, then getting graded a 10, and how many you can have of a specific card, like let's just use Skull Trooper, right? If you had, how easy is it going to get for you to get five Skull Troopers to possibly get a 10? And that's those are the
Yeah.
things that I kind of think of, and I think that's what makes it a little difficult. And Reloaded has its own difficulty, and I think those are going to be two interesting sets down the road, along with
Yes.
Optichromes, but that's
If
a different
someone was able
conversation.
to put together 80 master sets, you have to believe that like there's a high chance they will get at least 110 of every card.
But one person is not going to get all those. That's the hard part,
Yeah,
so,
but with like trading and selling and buying,
but I mean, the thing is like you would have to say all of those the people that have those tens to that's holding the set from completion doesn't have a strong hand, and that's where it gets unique. Will they even let it go?
JL says there's about to be
Oh
more
shoot.
10 renegade raids once he sends this in. I'm pretty sure the only way we're gonna get another PSA 10 Renegade Raider is if I send it in. Like
Yeah.
I think I have the magic touch. We're at 95, 1 out of 95. So y'all should send me your Renegade Raiders, right? And then I'll send it in, and then we'll split the profit. How about that? I think I need to submit it. I think that's what it takes. I'm just saying. I've got the magic touch, like Shard Knock does with USA shards.
Yeah. You got
Nobody had like you. Shard says he has the best like submit rate for USA cracked ice.
mhm.
I have the best reloaded submit rate, so you ain't touching that. I'll take it.
Oh man, this is funny. Yeah, I hit a galaxy around the corner there. Toby. Yeah, man. Listen, Renegade the Reloaded is interesting.
Wayne says, "Send me your Renegade Raiders." No, no, they're sending them to me.
Got to do some devious things.
Hey, I'm not a
Yeah.
devious person. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's funny. Nah, that's crazy though. But yeah,
USA all around. My bad. Shardneck sends USA all around, not
yeah,
just the
go,
shards. Don't
man.
let the
Listen,
name fool you.
man. Listen, USA
Should
all
change the name to
around.
USA Knock Life.
Because what Shower has the legendary. He has the legendary PSA 10 set for the base cards, right? For Series
Yeah, I
One.
believe so. My, I
Okay.
think my, I think I was at like remember my order I sent in? Wasn't I at like a 60 something percent gem
Yeah,
rate?
yeah.
Yeah, I was at a pretty high gem rate. I don't know what Shard Knox is, like 99.9, but he knows somebody. He be slipping $100 bills with every card he sends in. So, um,
It's- Yo, Shard is funny. No, yeah, that's interesting. I mean, this is what just to tie the Brazil conversation up. This is what I like. You could
oh my
truthfully
bad.
say, no, you good.
I stole that from you. Whichever one you click, my bad.
No, yeah, you good. I was just saying that the Brazil, none of them look like tens. That's the hard part, But yeah, well, what
Yeah,
did it feel?
I kind of I wouldn't mind opening up more Brazil packs. It's just like
Yeah.
I don't know when you open a Brazil pack. I don't know if it's the cards, but it just doesn't feel as amazing. Does that make
Mhm.
sense? Like, I
Yeah,
don't know if you
'cause
ever opened up Brazil like
yeah, cause like the
packs or
starter pack,
whatever,
yeah,
but once you even get it, like the cards, they don't seem great. When you open up like like a mega box,
yeah.
it's like a different feeling.
It's
I don't know how
it's
to
a
explain it.
it's a moment.
Just like the whole package together. I don't know if it's the quality of the packaging or what, but it just feels right in the USA
Yeah.
ones. Even the Italy like mega boxes, even
Mhm.
those feel better than the Brazil packs.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's how they put them in there or what. It just doesn't feel as right.
Yeah, only West Drum. Yeah, he said, "Hear me out. It's harder to hit a PSA 1 Renegade Raider than a
Trust me,
PSA
it's
10
not.
according
I
to Pop
have the
Report."
PSA one right here. I can hit a PSA one. I'm fairly certain. But do I want to? No. I
I had to
mean,
ju
people might want the Renegade Raider fours.
Yeah, I think who Wayne brought somebody's I can't remember what grade it was. Was it a 4 or a 6? Wasn't it Rachel's last submission? I think he bought it was a lower grade and he bought it immediately.
See, I'm different, Shardnock. I love opening reloaded, and I don't know. It's because like there's a lot of cards in the set that I like, right? And like not all of it is because like I'm looking for Renegade Raider, of course, right? But like the conditions a second thing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I just enjoy the rip versus like any of the other sets. I could care less about ripping. I
Yeah.
open the box and I look and I'm waiting for the shard.
Mhm.
Reloaded is not like that. I'm opening the packs looking for cards. Right? I didn't get that with Series 1, Series 2, or Series 3. The packs, to me, mean absolutely nothing. Back in the day when we had the fat packs from Noah USA,
Yeah.
we were all looking for base cards because they were going for 600. We were looking for hollows. They were hard to hit. At that point, fat packs, I enjoyed ripping those.
Mhm.
But now no one wants hollows. We all want the cracked dice. We want the crystal shards. And it's just not as fun to rip as it is with Reloaded, because I just like to rip and find more cards, and I'm
Mhm.
not looking for any of the cards in the packs of any other set. At least for me, that's why Reload is fun to rip. Like you're literally ripping, hoping to hit your Renegade Raider, and that's
Yeah.
fun. Like I'm not
Yeah.
ripping any other packs. I don't know about you guys. I mean, it is a lot. He said typical collector versus investor.
Yo, JL funny. Yo, they
I mean, it'd be
gotta
like that.
balance out. Gotta balance out.
And I've been trying to figure out like which packs are, because there's so many different wrappers too. Like if y'all have looked at
Yeah,
Reloaded, they're all different. Um, freaking Wayne said he's gonna flex his Renegade Raiders. I'd like to see that flex.
yeah. It has to be up there now. He has to have what over? He has to have close to 30 slabs of Renegade, right?
I feel like at one point I had the most Renegade Raiders,
Mm-hmm.
and then within like I don't know 10 minutes that changed, and then I just gave up and said, "All right, Wayne, take them. You're the king now."
Listen,
You know, I don't even want to know how many he has at this point. Like
man,
I can be I'm the king of Kuno cracked ice right now. That's my claim to fame right now is how many Kuno cracked ice I have.
the Kuno cracked ice.
But with how big Series 3 print run was, that might not last either.
Yo, Brian said I'm 38 away from completing the ready to jump set before people gang up on it. The ready to jump set is freaking huge. That is like a major set.
How many is it?
It's a lot. I mean, it's
Is Should I do a checklist for the stickers?
you have to get their opinion on that. It's a lot on there. So he's 38 away. So Brian, tell us the exact number. I know it's a big set though. At least it felt like it. Four,
I
four,
Is it that
125.
hard to pull stuff?
No,
Sounds like
no.
it.
It's
If
I
there's
mean,
38 left and you've been
well,
collecting them,
the thing is I was getting them from the Dollar Tree. So I was literally getting like the whole box. So maybe it just was extremely
352.
cheap. Yeah, maybe it was just extremely cheap. But I will say a couple of times it took me a minute to pull a BK. That's what I was obviously looking for because Lux wasn't in that set or anything. But uh it didn't seem too hard if I'm honest.
I'm
Like
just disconnect. Like for me,
well,
I
what's
know a
the
lot of
price
people
of
are
them right
chasing.
now?
A lot of people are chasing the stickers, and like I have to admit, seeing them in the
Yeah,
PSA,
yeah,
seeing them in the PSA is really nice.
yeah.
With the hollows,
I love them, bro.
but if they weren't in the PSA, I wouldn't want to collect them.
Yeah.
Like I get stickers, right? I have the stickers, and my kids go through, and then they'll grab the stickers. I'll let them play with them,
Hmm.
right? But unless it's in the case, the stickers don't hit the same for me.
All you
It
need is
has
that.
same thing with the Korokoro. Like I
Yeah,
have my two graded. I love them.
yeah.
I have my Peely and my Jonesy graded,
Hmm.
but then I have extra ones, but like they don't mean as much to me as the graded ones.
Right.
It's just psychological, but that's just how I feel. So like if I got into the stickers, they had to be graded.
Oh
So
yeah,
like
no, that's 100%. Yeah.
like I might buy some already graded.
Hmm.
Not that it's probably that hard to get them graded, I guess.
Oh yeah, I have the BK. I had the BK for a while now. It was one of those. The way I looked at it, I was like, for you to send this in to get slabbed right now is because this is when the market was still fairly high. I was like, that's insane. So I'm gonna grab this for the price that it probably cost for you to grade it and just put that in the collection because I literally got it for I think like $35 or something like that. It was pretty crazy.
So like I would pay a premium. So like he sent in like the pink glue trooper. I want a pink glue trooper sticker in a slab.
Yeah,
I want that. I'm not that interested, me personally, in the whole set or anything like
yeah,
that. So like I would buy that off of eBay. That one. Like I think I even
yeah,
have a sticker in a PSA 10 on my watch list. Now
yeah.
who knows if I ever pull the trigger. Um, but like it's definitely interesting. So if a lot of people want a sticker list, I can try to
It
work on it
it was a I think I seen a Midas I think I seen a Midas graded in the PSA slab for the gold frame stickers. It looked pretty sweet.
on
It was like the
eBay.
gold. Yeah, it was like golden. It was yeah, because the Midas background is purple for that one, right? I think so. But it looked nice, honestly.
Let me see if I can
Yeah, maybe you can find it.
find it. Like they do look sweet in the slabs. No, oh yeah, here we go. Here it is.
It looked pretty nice.
I think I like him in the slabs because like it makes it look like a card,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Yeah, that
They're
didn't look
pretty cool.
crazy. That
I
didn't look
wish
crazy.
the pink gold trooper was like this, so you could get the whole card
Hmm.
and not like cut in half.
Yeah. Nah, I mean that's the thing for me. Like, is if it's slabbed, I'm just like you when it comes to that. If it's slabbed, it's in my collection. Until that happens, it's kind of waiting for that. You know,
These were made in USA, right?
I'm not sure.
You like PSA? It's okay. I like slabs. Okay.
He likes yo, sorry, he
I
definitely
don't
likes
hate
PSA.
PSA. I have PSA cards. I just don't think PSA is the best looking slab.
But you love PSA though. I get it.
Love
Yeah,
is such a strong word. I wouldn't say
it
like
is.
love.
Everybody
Um,
loves PSA.
everybody loves PSA.
Yo,
All
who
right,
said
these
they
in
just started
Italy
the
are the
somebody said they
US.
started the submission too, the registry. So whoever said that, just bring it back up. I think somebody said they started the PSA registry. But go ahead, bro.
So is the USA ones have this because this like remember Reloaded got like the different borders. We're talking about like the slanted borders.
Yeah.
And like I was curious of like why Italy got those cards only. Remember we were talking about that?
Mm-hmm.
Did the USA stickers get this too? Because they said this is Italy. Did the
Um
USA stickers get a slanted border
no,
like this?
it's even. Well, even for the most part, if it's not
So
offset.
only Italy does these weird curved
Yeah.
borders.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Let's see that.
At least this looks like sharp.
Yeah, that's like this is the ready to jump one.
I mean,
It's just like it's a regular border.
yes, the regular border.
Yeah.
They're only Italy. Yeah, I
Only
mean,
it.
I'll look at it at some point. Like me, for me, it goes like if I was looking at what I was collecting right now, it'd probably be like USA Series One currently for a couple that
Yeah.
I'm looking for, um, and then it's going to be grading DKV,
Mm-hmm.
then Series Two, and then I guess Renegade Raider
Yeah.
Reloaded.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what I'm kind of focused on right now.
Yeah.
Um, grading my Gold Troopers too, but eventually I might get into the stickers. Um,
Yeah. Yo, shout out to so JL started his PSA set registry. Shout out to you, bro. Shard is big on it. It's a couple other collectors. I have to update mine. I have to add I think 6 cards to it. I'm probably like in eighth, ninth, maybe 10th place at this point if it's that many. But I like to participate. I'm never gonna come in. Listen, I'm good. If Nat Turner is in second place to a major collector and he has his collection, I think I'm good being in like 10th. But the set registry is fun, man. You get badges and everything in there. It's pretty dope.
I appreciate you, Westrom. That's something that Rob and I have been talking about lately. Um, really appreciate
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Appreciate you, bro.
it. Yeah, the whole PSA registry thing is still something I'm behind. I need to look more into. We have been talking about types of sets to collect,
Yes.
and we're trying to figure out
We could
how to
touch on that.
encourage. How to you're going to touch on that?
I said we could touch on that. Yeah.
Okay, so we were going to talk about like how to collect, or like how can we make this hobby more enticing for people to come into and like start collecting. And
Mm-hmm.
it's confusing at first, right? Let's say like you don't play Fortnite and you're not just like me who just collects your favorite skins, right?
Yeah.
And let's say you're like somebody who wants to like collect with like an actual goal, like a true
Mm-hmm.
collector, And so we were trying to come up with ways that people
Yeah.
can collect, and we talked about this before. Like, let's say you get all of the battle pass skins or
Mm-hmm.
all of the level 100 skins.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to create like different lists and show people how
Yeah.
to collect. So if
Yeah.
you guys have any ideas on that, besides like just master sets, of course, you could do
Right.
that. And like rainbows of skins, but Rob, you can take it because you're pretty
Yeah.
passionate about this.
No, no, yeah, yeah. I'm me and Dylan's been talking about this. It's just it's a lot of things that we know that we are like, okay, this will be a great set. Now it's a couple of these sets that isn't well, I didn't put them together. It's just what they are, like it's kind of within the set. But these specific ones I'm passionate about because it reminds me of like PMG collecting. But like a color scale set, so you collect all the blues of series one, all the blues of series two, and the reason I was looking through it, bro, blue in series one and series two, like there's a lot of blue cards. I know you did this, putting them on the actual checklist. And seeing somebody complete a set of all blues or of all pinks, of all yellows, that would be crazy. Like I was looking at the series 2 one.
I haven't really
That
thought
one,
about that before.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Collected. I was
that.
looking at the series 2 is crazy. It's crazy.
So, like, if your
Y-
favorite color is blue, collecting all the
Yep.
blue cards. I mean,
Yep.
that's
And
pretty
then
crazy.
so like even like the so another one that's pretty interesting is I won't say the set yet because I have to confirm it. I looked at it in passing, but there's a set. Well, there's cards in series 2. So the whole battle pass is in series 2, right? But the loading screens of Reloaded is the loading screens that's in that battle pass as well. So technically you could complete the whole battle pass for that specific season just from the cards alone. Like all of the cards is in series 2 and then you have the reloaded ones. So we've been thinking about that. Like obviously the Midas collection, me and Dylan know the factions like the back of our hand. We might have to polish up on a couple of those. Some new ones came out, but we can section those off. We want to come up with something. Obviously there's no more sets coming out, right? There's no more sets coming out, but we know a couple different ways of collecting. So we want to create some sets that people can chase, and we're still fishing out some things, but we'll talk about it more
And
down
there's
the
no
road. But
sets
yeah,
coming out that we know of in the near term.
yes, and then
We're hoping for a
please,
revival at some
yeah,
point. Um, I mean, if we make a big enough splash, maybe we can somehow.
yeah, yeah. I love this
that,
beard. This is
that
dope.
that's kind of dope. That's kind of
Yeah,
dope. I've never thought about that. Ooh, like all the food skins, all the
yep,
monsters.
yeah.
Um,
Holiday skins. Um, you even have
all the a lot of them wear the dog tags. If you
yes, the
complete
dog
every
tag.
skin that has a dog tag, that'd be kind of tight.
Yep, you got the head cannons. Then you have one that I'm big on. I think this is a major one, especially because I know a couple people already collect like this. But since it's kind of coming to a close, Dylan might have shook that up a little bit. But the Donald Mustard era set, like that set, is so unique, bro, because it goes across everything,
Yeah,
and
I might have
it's
messed that up for you.
yeah, you might
I
have
might
messed it
say
up a
like
little
his
bit.
stuff's gonna be here for like
Yeah,
5 more years.
but even though I guess it would be the Donald Mustard set of what has been released, but like even you think about that set, you would have to go into the core cards because you would have to get the foundation. So those, and this has no value. This has nothing to do with that. It's just unique ways to collect the set. And yes, there you go. Yo, Shard is funny. Yes, chapter sets, that'll be dope. Yo, he act like he always got the wrong terminology. Shard, you know more than you think, bro. But yeah, so but what we want to do with this is we want to kind of create some achievements around it. uh Even just like even kind of having rankings, like so if you, so let's say you completed the set, right? Let's say it's a smaller set, you completed it in a PSA 9, BGS 9.5, BGS 9 I should say. But if somebody comes in and gets a gem mint set, they'll go into first place, then the other collector will go into second, and even if you have a raw set, you'll just end up in fourth or fifth, but you get to see kind of where you rank. That's the big scale of it. But this is a this could be very fun. So we'll see how this goes.
Now, and like of course, like figuring out how to do that and like
It's gonna be
involve the
interesting.
community would be kind of interesting. So we're
Yeah.
working through all that kinds of stuff, but we have plans to help build out the community a little bit more, keep it
Yeah.
going. Like I said, there's a lot of cards, a lot of collectibles out there. So hopefully we can keep it alive and more
Yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah. We understand that at some given point people are going to need new ways to collect, and we're just trying to help y'all if that's the case. We know a lot of people that finish master sets already, a couple master sets. So some people may want new ways to collect, and we're just going to try to help with that as best as possible. I'm telling y'all, these color scale sets is dope. The fact I even looked at, I know you probably noticed it as well from the work that you had to do. uh the blues in series 2 is interesting because it's like this sharp dark blue, and then it's like the lighter on the fence of a teal, compared to series 1. The blues were kind of spread out, and then you had that mix between the blue and green, which is teal. And that the teal set is a small set, but it's not an easy set. Dynamo's in that set, Ghoul Troopers in that set for series 1. So people to complete that is going to be very interesting.
Especially and then when you say complete a set for like the colors, would you have to have the crystal shard, the hollow object?
No, whatever one you want to do. So
Whichever one you want to do.
yeah, yeah, whatever one you want to do. Like if you want to do the base set, you can do the base set. If you want to do optichromes, hollows, whatever the case is, that's that. Now you can do the master set. That's a feat that I don't even think I want to do. But like if you even look at the yellows right now, the yellows is not gonna really be easy for series two. You have Aura, Bunker Jonesy, Zadie in there. You also have Yonder. So that's gonna be interesting.
Chapter two, chapter sets could definitely be done, Shardock. That's actually a really good one.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that for sure. At least like a chapter one set, which is like all of
Hmm.
series one.
Almost. You would have to go into series two a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, but
Um,
like everything in series one would be chapter one. I don't think there's anything
right,
that's chapter two. And
right.
then in series, you'd have to go to series two. You have to go all the way, all the series.
Yeah, yeah. You
So
have
I
to
think a chapter one set would
is
be the most interesting.
hmm
Um, it also would it be the biggest?
it would be the probably the biggest set because you have to do all of series one. Off the top, it's at least 15 to 20 in series
Well, just
two.
because chapter one and chapter two are the longest chapters,
Mm-hmm.
that those would be the biggest sets for the chapter sets, and then like chapter three would be smaller.
Yeah.
I mean, they did up how many skins they were doing, but it
Mm-hmm.
was like half the time, right? It was about
Right. Right.
so it'll be kind of interesting. I actually haven't thought all the way through that to see what that is. But like if we put it together, we'd have to do it in a way that people could see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that'd be fun.
so it's something that's in the infancy stage. It's definitely something we want to think about. But even looking through this, I already was interested in some sets to complete, and I'm not a set collector in this way, but I want something selfishly. I want something that looks the way a PMG set looks completed, bro. It's so fire when you see all the reds, but it's all different players on there. So I might just try to do something like that just to see that set put together, or let one of y'all do it.
Do I scan them in? No. If I scan them in, they'd be even a lot better. I actually Photoshop them all to the right size and then
Mhm.
get them and put them in that way.
You have a
Um,
scanner though, right?
yeah, I have a printer with a scanner.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't have an. Yeah, it's like an all-in-one.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I don't go card by card. I just grab the photo and I crop it out in Photoshop and then I save it and then I upload it like that.
You're gonna laugh at how it's how long it took me to figure out the proper settings for my scanner, my Epson scanner. Bro,
Mhm.
I just figured it out last weekend of how I wanted it. It took me forever to figure out how I wanted the settings, but I finally figured it out.
Yeah, the scanners could be good, but like I didn't want to have to like find every card, take them all out, and put that with all my space and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And then it's like you have cards that I don't have. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Or I
It'd
have
have
to
been
find them.
yeah, it would be different if you did it from the beginning of collecting. It's a little bit more manageable now
Yeah,
that you have your
as
full
you went
collection.
through, like I had to
Yeah,
pull everything out, and then like
yeah,
I don't have any Black Knights anymore, and it'd just be different process. So no, like I just use Photoshop and grab them all that way. And it's not like I think scanning is great for like when you're selling cards,
yeah,
but this was just like visual representation of the card.
yeah.
Because like the biggest thing is for us is like before Fortnite cards, we knew skins,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't necessarily know the name. Like I know Richard said that he could name 90%, but there's still a lot of these. I forgot this guy's name was Cutie Pie already.
No, series two, I can ruffle off a good amount, but not the way I can do series one.
Like
Series one, I could probably do pretty well.
I series one I could probably do pretty well, but there's still some in series one, right?
Yeah,
So it's um
let's yeah.
like Arrow, like oh far out man, I would have forgot that one. I knew him, but I would have.
I
The
think
farmer.
the
What's the farmer's name? The male farmer.
male farmer. Don't know what is
Right
it.
here. You see him right here?
Yeah, yeah. What is it? I don't know it.
Hayseed.
Hayseed.
It's
Yeah,
so hard. You know what I mean? It's like
I'm.
and like all right. I already saw it. Like it's gonna be hard for me. Like what's the male version of a dynamo?
What is it? Mass Fury or something like that?
Mass
Is it Mass?
Fury. That's
Okay,
pretty
okay.
good. That's pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
like if I look down, okay, I'm gonna look down. Give me another one.
I can look down.
Yeah, let's see
All
how we
right.
got.
What's the Star Spangled?
You got it covered.
Yeah, it's covered. It's this one right
All
here.
right.
It has the little stars on his little handkerchief.
That's Star Spangled Rain. Is it Trooper or Ranger? It's one of those.
Spangled Trooper.
Trooper. Okay, Trooper. Yeah.
Spangled Trooper, but that Star Spangled Trooper.
Ranger. The female one is I think Ranger. I think
What's the female Russ name?
Whistle Warrior,
And then this guy.
Sushi Master.
Not
Yeah.
bad, not bad. That's way better than me.
Yeah.
That's way better. I would have got both of those wrong.
Yeah.
I know them visually, right? I don't.
Yeah.
Some of
Let's
these,
see.
some of these. Series one is pretty good, but I'm gonna forget like a bunch of these.
That one would have got me. I always forget Growler. Growler would have got me. I forget Growler too often. Um,
I
yeah,
just
it's a
saw that. Oh, this one would have. I would have. This one right here. The
Elmira.
witch.
Yeah, yeah, Elmira. I
I
thought
would
I
forget her every time. I would forget
would.
like this dude right here, the biker dude,
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
and then Backbone.
Backbone.
I mean, of course, like Carbide, you get like Earhart probably. Absolute Zero, I always forget.
Absolute
Um,
Zero. I get that one.
so I mean, that one is pretty. Now, if we go to Series Three, it's
What?
all over.
Oh
It's
no,
like
yeah, no, it's dead. It's dead.
Series Three is all over.
Yo, West Drum said he think it's a disease. Yeah, West,
Like,
I feel you on that.
like what's this one? Like, I don't know this one at all.
I have no idea. No
Maybe I can
idea.
zoom in. Axiom.
Definitely wouldn't have got that.
What's this chick here?
I have no idea. What is that?
Is
Is.
there's like zero way. So
Yo,
like
no.
I guess series one's the easiest, then series two, then series three
Yeah,
is just which makes you say it's like most of those skins are not that powerful.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I mean, we've been around series one a long time, so that
yeah.
might be kind of cheap, but at the same time,
Well, it's also the thing is, by time it got to this point where this many skins were coming out, we kind of had multiple mains by this time, and it just was so much time. I definitely couldn't keep up with Series 3. Not the names on this one. Because I remember these coming to the item shop in the battle pass and just kind of like going past them. Like the battle pass ones I might be able to do, but I doubt it. Like even Dio right there, 121, I wouldn't have had no idea that was his name. Uh
121. Yeah,
yeah,
Dio. Yeah,
yeah. So
and
that's
I feel like the people's connections to those skins is not as strong as it once was, right?
no, not
So
at all.
like any new skins that come out are gonna be less and less impactful. I feel like.
Yeah. Shar said, no, for real, Shar. Like that, it's really like that either way. Like it's just one of those things where it's like I when me and Dylan was opening series 3 consistently, when I was seeing some of those skins, I'm like, bro, either forgot this skin came out or I legit don't remember it coming out. It was just one of those things. But yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, we have to figure out which skins that are super iconic that have not been released yet.
Yeah. And
Is it really just Renegade Raider at this point? I guess and
well
Meow Schools.
Renegade Raid. Well, if you talk about okay, so if you go, it would be um aerial assault trooper. So the top echelon of the prototypes, those ones.
Yeah, I'm more
Um,
talking about like super fan base ones,
yeah, yeah,
not
no,
just
those are
OG, but like super fan base ones, or like Chapter One, Chapter Two early.
Renegade.
Renegade Raider, Meow Schools.
Yeah,
I
yo,
don't know.
you wanna know something that's crazy though? No, I would yo hybrids like wish list slash wish list is pretty crazy. I wasn't expecting that. I was just you know how it is with us doing these lives. I'm always looking at different things. And hybrid caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting for hybrid wish list to be as big as it is, especially compared to other
Which wish is this?
I'm about to so hybrid, it's the wish list on Fortnite GG, but his wish list is about to touch 20,000.
No way, hybrid.
Hybrid, bro.
Did we know what this was before the comic?
No, we don't.
I wish we did.
I wish we did too,
Because
because
hybrid
that's
was a
crazy.
lame skin that no one wore. Am I wrong?
No, you're okay. Yes, you're wrong, but not in a weird way. You're wrong as in it was worn the same way Yonder was worn. Remember how Yonder was worn back then? Like It was the
Maybe the season it came out, but the next season there was no hybrids.
I think it was the season after it faded off. So by like season 10, but I did not think it was a 20,000 wish list. That's pretty crazy. Like, yeah, go to it. I was like,
I
yo,
have to
that's
look him
nuts.
up now because I have them. I never use
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
I don't think anybody uses them.
yeah. Like, and Shard, even then, I was like, I didn't think his
I already
wish list
forgot
was
his
like
name.
that.
Was it
Hybrid,
hybrid?
bro. His number is up there. Click on the actual click on the icon.
I was just looking here real quick. Checked
Yeah. So chapter two,
top
season one.
100 for those seasons.
Yeah,
That surprises me.
that's crazy.
It's dropped. I didn't realize he was that worn in chapter two. I don't remember ever seeing him. He
Yeah,
must be worn by a lot of bots.
yeah, it's a bot skin for
He must
sure.
not
I
be in
mean,
my lobbies. That's what it
it's a
is.
bot like, but that like when you click on that click on this picture, nine 19,876 with
That's pretty
4.7
high.
with 4.7 likes. That's crazy. That's
Now, if
pretty
they had
crazy.
done like the black one and put in the card, or a blue one might have been better.
No, I like his card, bro. His card is fire with the orange. You don't like it?
I'm like with Shardnock. He's like a broke like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I mean, the
Yeah,
dragon
yeah,
form was kind of cool if to like show it to us here.
yeah. Like I
Even
like
then,
his card, but I don't like that form. But
I thought it was I thought he was okay in the comics. I thought it was kind of interesting in the comics, but
yeah.
I've never liked the skin. But hey, 20,000
Look
people
at
do, I guess.
then Shard adds the sauce to it. Toughest Shard 10. That's what he's adding to this. That's crazy. So it's a tough grade or it's either scarce grade. Which one is it, Shard? Is it a tough grade or is it a scarce grade? I haven't checked the hybrid pop report. Yo, I love conversations like this. This is my conversation right here. Mixing it together like this. Yeah,
Let me see what his thing
that's
is.
THG 101. How often do you go? Well, you don't. Well, you haven't figured out that you are in love with PSA yet. I was going to ask you how often do you go to the pop reports, but I go at least I go at least I think like 2 times a day to look at something.
I remember them wearing the dragon variation for like the season they got it, but not much after that.
Oh wow, okay. So only 13 graded, only one PSA 10, and we know who has that.
We say only 13, but that's on par for like how many crystal
Yeah,
shards there
it
are.
is. It is.
I
It's love.
mean, that's nothing to Renegade Raider, 95 to 1.
Yeah, it's lovely
Um,
a popular skin. Lovely.
no. Lovely is the skin with the hearts. I believe. I could be wrong. Let me look it up
I
before I
think
put my
that
foot in
is.
my mouth. Yep. She has like
Oh,
on her ankle, she has hearts. Yep. I don't.
whoa! You
Oh my
capping?
gosh. I guess
You
she is.
capping?
She's not. You don't see her a lot though.
No, you don't.
She might have a lot of fire and she may have a lot of wish lists.
Nah,
I'm about
bro.
to
Nah,
look.
nah,
I'm about
nah.
to look. I'm about to look at. I don't think she's worn a lot. I
But
actually have this skin.
but bro, here's the thing though. Even though it seems like like those numbers plus being in the top 500 is crazy. That's nuts.
I wanted this skin. I bought
That's
this skin, but in game, the hearts and the shoes bother me. So
yo.
I don't think she's used like that. I'm about
Hold on,
to.
hold on. Yo, 21.3 is crazy, bro. Like
This is high, guys.
that's like
This is high. I would
that's
have
like
never guessed this.
super crazy.
I would have never guessed this.
Never, never would have guessed that. That's
I own the
crazy.
skin. Now, I wanted the skin bad because I liked it. It reminded me of like Fable, kind of like with like the back sewn here. But like when you play with it, the ankles and the stuff on the feet throw in the like the heels throw me off every time. So let's see.
Yo,
Let's
it's
look at
shy.
this.
Yo, whoa, that is
So
a couple.
Valentine's Day, she gets a peek.
So she get the middle finger effect because of Valentine's Day. I see.
Yeah, so she's not heavily used at all. Yet she has 20,000 fire. What?
That's crazy.
29 shop occurrences. Why does she have so much fire and so much wish list, but never used?
Ooh.
I think people want her, but they don't use her in game like me because of the feet. It looks weird in game. The skin looks great, but in game, what does the card look like? Is this series 3 or series 2?
This gotta be series 3.
It's got to be series 3, right?
Yeah, has to.
Oh, that's right. I can't do control find on here no more.
Not
That's so
yet.
stupid.
Not yet.
I changed that. How do I do control find? Find. Yeah,
What's
series three.
touche? That's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, thank
That
you
that
for
is
that.
crazy.
Thank you for that, Phantom, because it's man, that's up there. I ain't gonna lie.
You
Uh,
said that's more
yeah,
than aura. Not more usage though. And I think usage is way more important.
yeah, that's the balance. Well, that's the balancing factor. That's what I like about it.
But aura no, aura's like 20,000 and occurrences 56 and wish list 24,000. So she has double the occurrences and double the wish list and about the same fire.
And 10.4 million usage, or is that skin?
Yeah, where is that skin?
Yeah, yeah. That's that's one of those ones that's undeniable, just like the superhero skins.
I wonder. I actually haven't look. Oh, I said this one was gonna beat out the
No, I
superheroes this season.
no, I said that before this joint was come before they came out when they got canceled out the last season. I knew that skin was going to do that because of how many things you can do with it. That skin. Well, I've been watching this the whole time, so I've been watching this skin the whole time just to for some people to understand how drastic this is. So go to all time real quick, Dylan. This is one season, by the way. One season. Go to Casper. Type in Casper.
It's
You don't
not
even
all the
have
way
to.
to the top.
It's like in a. I think she's 60 something right now.
Did I spell that wrong?
I don't think so. We might be having a moment here. You spelled it right, I think.
Capper. It's not Casper.
Capper,
Capper.
Casper, Capper,
Capper.
whatever.
Like
Capper.
a like a thief. So sixty
So
seventh
60. Yeah,
place in one season all time. That is crazy
that's
impressive.
crazy. So for
Six hundred and
understanding
twenty eight
this,
thousand
yeah,
this season.
this is crazy. Understanding this. So Dylan, go to where you just scroll down
Just no.
to it.
Look here. It's the soccer skin.
Yeah,
She beats out the soccer skin,
she will. She
but
will.
in one season she caught up pretty
Yes.
much.
For the whole for all that time the soccer skin been out and she catches up and so it showed that shows you two things. It shows you how many
Isabella?
people,
Oh man.
yeah, it shows you how many people are playing right now, and it also shows you what a popular like what it takes to be a popular skin. Like it just has to check so many boxes. It's crazy.
And so this is one of the skins that is like the superheroes where you can change the color of everything. Now I'm interested. Are people competing with this skin? I saw briefly
Yes.
some
Yes.
superheroes competing in the
Yep.
FNCS. Are some using Capper?
Yep. People were using
That's going to
Capper.
play a lot towards it too, guys. So
Mhm.
if people see a whole bunch of pros playing with Capper, it's going to make it go up again. Not that
But
this matters too much because we don't have a card for Capper right now. But that's interesting.
well, is and what I like to look at if you can you go to all time real quick?
Yeah. Surf Witch. You're trying to beat my girl out of first. Stop
Listen.
it, Surf Witch. Stop.
No, Richard, it doesn't though. Let me tell you why. Because if you go to
Yeah, not at all.
yeah, go to who's a good one to go to? I'll say go to either Ghoul Trooper or Elite Agent.
It's still
So
information you get to work with.
yeah, so if you go to Ghoul Trooper, right? All you have to
1.6 million.
yeah, you go to 1.6 million. If you click her chart for Ghoul Trooper.
She's in 28th over time.
And this is by the way, it hasn't been up. So she was number one going into the new chapter, right?
Chapter 2.
Richard, all you do is you can give a what we tried to do was give multipliers. You give a multiplier to the chapter one data, and it literally averages out completely because one, there wasn't that many skins, and we knew the skins that were worn, and you can kind of go based off of where they ranked in that season. And she was now we will say that chapter two, season one was going into a Halloween season. So you have to add those things in there as well. But no, these charts is legit. They're legit. It gives you as so much information. It gives you a lot of different things. Like if you is this all time? Yeah. Can you scroll down to Capper real quick? 67.
67.
So just look what happened here. This is Dark Bomber, one of the most iconic skins of all time. These to jump up to possibly the top 50 in one season is insane. I believe there's only what is it? Only 38 or 39 million usage skins, period. I think Spider-Man and let me see if I got the number right. Keep scrolling up, Dylan. I think it's 39 now. It might be scrolling up to the 30s. Let's see.
Talking about Spider
30,
Man 37.
So 37, wait, it's 30. So yes, 39 is 39 million usage skins right now with Mogul
Okay,
Master
39
Germany.
skins with a
Yeah.
million usage.
Yeah, with Mogul Master Germany about to pop in there real quick. Uh so 40 skins have only been over a million usage in all of this time, and Capper is probably going to be there in another season. So that's
So
just
like
crazy to think
if you
about.
look like Elite Agent, I would a little bit double this. Like I'd say Elite Agent's probably 1.5, 2 million.
Right.
All
Right.
right.
Yeah.
It's good. So like if I would double it, maybe a double and a half, right? So
Yeah.
2.5 it, okay?
Hmm.
Because and that gets you that other season, right?
Right.
So like if you look at like Dark Bomber, she's probably close to like 1.8 million, I would guess.
1.8 million. Right. Exactly.
You know, so like that's how you would do it because I know Dark Bomber is used a lot. Same thing
Yep.
with like Bullseye,
Yep.
the soccer skins. You know,
Hmm.
when you talk about Chapter One, like a lot of these links.
Links.
I mean, she came
He
in late, but she was used a lot that
and
season and for competitive. So those 3 seasons that she came out, she was probably in the top 10, I would guess.
matter of fact, click
Usage.
on it real quick. Click on it real quick. Uh, yeah,
Look at
yeah. She
that.
was top nine, top nine.
Yo,
Like,
I called
yeah,
that without ever looking
yeah.
at that. So I
It's
would put her in the million range too, links.
yeah,
Um,
because that season 8 and 9. So she came out in season 7 of chapter 1. Season 8 and 9, like you said, she probably was in that 3 range
she
easily.
dominated like the
Yeah,
pro players. Okay, this was like the superhero before the superhero.
yeah. He
This
said, "Click
sleek,
on
this
bullseye."
this. He said, "Click on Bullseye." Let me give
Yeah,
Bullseye some love. So Bullseye was up there, right?
yeah.
So
That's
and like
yeah.
I forget what season Bullseye. Let me see.
I think she was.
Season 6, right?
Woo.
So yeah,
That's
I think Bullseye is probably a million too.
yeah. She's probably a million easily.
That's like 4 seasons of being in like the top 20 to 40,
20.
14,
Yep. Yep.
right? So she like right now she has 500,000 based
Yep.
off of like 6 seasons here on her
Yeah.
dip. So the
Yeah.
season she came out and was warned it's gonna be higher.
Yeah. So you would just, if you wanted to use this based off of like what Richard was saying, like me and Dylan did this last year, you just gotta add a multiplier to that because you can guarantee the amount of times. Like now, if they're in season 9 or 10 of chapter 1, you can kind of just let it fly depending.
What
But yeah,
happened here? I love Hush. I used Hush like all of chapter 2,
yeah.
right? Like what was this?
Well, the thing is Hush became a pro skin. Like that, she became a pro
Yeah,
use
but
skin. It was
like
that major.
obviously pro for this, but
Hmm.
like why did she start out so low?
Well, okay,
Because
so
was it because chapter 2 season 1 everyone was rocking Midas and all of them?
let's go into deep statistics here. I got you. So that's chapter 1 to chapter 2, right? I gotta go to her appearances.
Appearances.
Yeah, her occurrences. My bad. I said appearances.
Oh,
Occurrences.
okay. Occurrences.
Yeah.
44.
So she what?
First released December 7th, 2019.
And she was when was
Was that at the end of the season?
uh, season?
Maybe she was released at the end of chapter 2, season 1.
Let's see.
That
So
would make sense.
so I'm trying to see. So she wasn't released for no. So December, February, March, April,
She was
May.
released a lot. I'm wondering if it was at the end of the
Definitely.
season.
Yeah. So because what I was looking at, I was trying to look at the Zadie effect because Zadie wasn't released for a year. So
Well,
that's what made her shot
the,
up,
the,
shoot up.
the reason we're asking Shark Knock is because some skins will be dead and then they'll get like a boost. And like, sometimes we say it's because someone started playing with her, like Booga started
Yeah.
playing with her, or a Click started playing with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why we're talking about that. Like Harley Quinn, this is probably just released. You know, I'm guessing it's like she got released at the end of the season,
Yep. Yep.
like Westram's saying.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's probably true.
that always plays into it where you don't got enough time to kind of, break into that time frame.
I mean, even Suki's down here at the 349 level. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I love that skin.
Yo, shower they definitely are. It gives a lot of perspective on things for sure.
I mean, the fact that we missed the Lovely had that much like fanfare. So like,
That's
if you're collecting and you want to look and like, and you want to
mhm,
like base it off of fire, that's perfectly fine up to you. Like, we're not saying how. I take a lot into effect with playability because I play the game and I see what people like to wear, and that's how I collect. But that
yeah,
doesn't mean you guys have to. Like, if you want to base it on fire and wish
yeah,
list, that's cool too.
yeah,
Um, whichever one works. Like, I think having a crap ton of shit and fire is good. Some people disagree. Some people think it takes it away. I
yeah.
think that has the LeBron effect where he has haters,
Hmm.
right?
It's a, I mean, yeah, because it's funny. So I want to. Can you go to Zadie real quick? Go to Zadie. Because I
Equal
was, because yeah, Shar was asking about the appearances. So don't even go to where. Okay, so you see this like this dip. You see that series two.
So she
Then it goes.
started really bad at
Yeah.
244, then
So
316.
yeah. So if you go to her occurrences, right? So if you go to her occurrences, Zadie wasn't released for a full year. So it was a waiting period. So when
Oh, I see what
Zadie,
you're saying.
yeah, so when Zadie was released
Let,
again,
let's look
yeah,
at her appearances.
yeah.
She
So
had
if you go,
43, but like way in the beginning,
yep,
February, she was in the shop for a long time in
yep,
February, March,
and
April, May. I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was
no,
pretty.
it's yeah, it was. I'm trying to figure out what
I
time
feel like
frame it
people
was.
started liking her more.
Yeah.
Wait, all right, I gotta look at Flytrap because you guys don't
Oh, I
get
already
you
know
have
what. Wait till they see that crap emoji, bro.
wait 1,374th. The fact that he was 278 in Chapter Two, Season One is kind of crazy.
Because it was literally like 300 skins.
There's got to be like no skins then, right?
Yeah.
Got to be
Go
um
to go click his. Go ahead and look at it. Oh,
9,000. Well, he has 1,000 likes. Like, I'm surprised.
that's all
Nine
shard.
thousand.
That's all shard.
That's all shard. And he said this is tampered with.
Timber with.
This is definitely not.
Yo, I
Yeah,
do
he's
like his
definitely not
pickaxe
ghosting.
though. I rock with his pickaxe heavy. It's unique, but the skin nah.
Yeah, and like the top skins are interesting. I've seen some of those. Some of those are like
Yeah,
out there. Like, I don't know how some of those lists get made. Some of them are pretty close, and some of them are
yeah,
just like crazy out there.
yeah. I think this. I mean, it's this like Dylan said. It's things. So you could completely ignore usage and just look at the fire and the crap emojis. You can even just look at the wish list. You can also look at you can
I
also
you
look
know
at multiple different things that just
what we
kind of the
sh- we
popularity ones in
what would
general.
be fun is if we went through every single one to see which has occurred the most in the
Yeah,
shop
yeah,
since their release date,
yeah.
right? So 56, like who's been in the shop the most? Because that tells you like who sells the most, like
I mean,
Surf which is like super steady,
dang, she's been 50
50.
times. That's crazy. That's crazy for chapter two, season three.
Like, how many times has it been?
That alter ego set is dope for sure. 55. Yeah.
What was
So what is
her?
that? So what is that? That is like,
56.
is that bi-weekly? Like when you're in the 50 realm, is that like bi-weekly?
If you've been in the shop 50, there's 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah.
So if you've been out for 2 years, that's every.
Once a month and stuff. Well, not once a month, but it's weird because sometimes they come back. It's not always the same amount of time, which is interesting. That's why
What's a Marvel skin that just will not stay out of the shop?
well, they come back together now. They all come back at the same time now.
140 for the double agent set.
Oh, because it just stays there. That's why it's like that.
Yeah,
It just
140. Because this was when they were selling for 2,500 for like all of them.
and they just kept them in the yeah, they just stay in the shop for let's say a month or something like that. So
It was
that's
also
interesting.
super expensive. So for it to have this much and be expensive, that's pretty impressive too. That's like another data. Like, if you like correlate like how expensive the skin is plus how much it's worn,
Yeah. Yeah. That is a good one. So Shard, this is an interesting question. Let me tell you why this is an interesting question.
because we haven't talked about it.
No. The reason why is because there is a specific collector in this specific hobby that has been cleaning up on these for the most part. So so when it comes to Echo, Echo is a very popular skin, but somebody is very niche in this market that consistently collects this skin.
So
So
I've talked about
this
Echo
card,
before. I've
yeah.
literally talked about Echo before, and I've said it's a great skin, a great card, and I bought one for $50 or like $20, super cheap, right? I
Hmm.
got it graded, and then I sold it to a friend of mine who plays Fortnite that actually liked Echo. I don't
Yeah.
like Echo. And I've said this before that like I literally try to buy the skins and stuff that I actually like. Like I
Hmm.
don't try to like collect and invest, right? Of course, I'm investing in the stuff that I actually like along the way. That's the way I do it. But Echo, I've always said was a great skin that people like. I just don't like the skin, so I
By the
sold it
way,
to my friend for super cheap.
Echo was heavily used first day as well.
40
Pro-
occurrences,
yeah,
and it's got new styles. It's got a couple different new styles.
yeah. I don't like the new styles, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. I don't like any of the
The
styles. I
the
hate the skin, but no, he had a
there there's that guy. There's that guy right there. That's the
Echoes.
guy. That's the guy I'm talking about. This
Echo's
it's a
great.
specific collector. Yeah.
Echo's a great card, I think. No investment advice here. I just think it's a great card based on who likes it. Same with Siren. Um, Same with
Now,
Kuno. I do like Kuno. Here's the difference. Like I talk about Kuno, and she's in the same league as like Echo and like Zadie and stuff.
mhm.
Like she's like in the same kind of league. It's just like I like Kuno more. That's why I talk about it all the time, just because I like her. If you look at hers, she's up there too.
Then so the I'm glad that Shah asked this because fish sticks data is amazing as well. Actually, can you go to fish stick real quick? What I like about his is that he's actually used. He's in the top 100. So he's approaching. He'll be at 500K usage probably in I say like 2 seasons, based off of how many he's used per season. I think he's used around. He's usually used around 20 to 30,000 per season. It seems like so he'll probably break it the season after next. I look at this a lot, y'all. If y'all haven't noticed, but if you go to his profile picture, the icon, he's at 18,000
$24,000.
wish list, 24,000 like that. So fish stick, you run it up for sure. And he also has the frozen fish stick style. He has a
And
whole section, So
this
yeah,
is
that's
one
pretty
where like I
interesting.
think this shit adds to them.
Hmm.
Because like everyone hates the fish who freaking like I never wore fish sticks, right?
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
like the card. So it's like one of those ones where like the shit thing adds to it.
yep,
Like I wouldn't put fire here. I might put shit, but I respect the card and like the skin, right? Like
yeah,
I know it's part of Fortnite. And he's funny as heck in the comics, right?
yeah. Nah, that's
Fish sticks is great.
like even like the breakdowns. If you go to yeah, Pilly,
Like look at
Pilly's,
I mean Peely was battle pass, but look how little he was used.
but his numbers though is crazy. When you click on that wish list versus his numbers is crazy.
His fire is
38,000,
crazy. He's just
30.
not a wearable skin.
Yeah, he
This is
does
kind
have
of like
nine.
Lovely. This is kind of like Lovely.
He's
People don't
approaching
use her,
10K.
but
Yeah,
people like how she looks.
he's approaching 10K crap. But that doesn't
I
matter with a
think
skin
I
like
think the
this.
crap adds to Peely. I think
Like
the
the
crap,
hate
yeah.
effect. Yeah, yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
he gets it. Some is just crap. Like I think Flytrap is just crap. But then like stuff like Peely, Fish Sticks, and Aura, I think the hate adds to it. Actually, the hate may add to Flytrap too because he got like
Yeah.
ugliest skin of time, right? So it might add to him too.
Shard, it may not be a coincidence. Yo,
I
that's
mean,
Shard. I love the. Don't you love this chart talk though? This chart talk is amazing. Yo, Dylan, go back to the main. If can you go back to where they do like the breakdowns? Go to that arrow that says most used skins right here, right above all. Yeah, just back to that. So if like y'all scroll down to this as well, we talked about it before, but you get the breakdowns here as well. Um, so like obviously the anime, we didn't get too
so
many anime skins in here,
real
but
quick, so if we did a way to collect, this is kind of how we would
this
do
how it
it,
would look. Yes. Yep.
right? So instead, this is made based on this, and actually, this would be a good starting point for us. Actually, now I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, like
Yeah, I
the
got this
the
on here.
Huddle team leader, like we could use this too, like the fish
Fish
stick
stick.
set, the Peely set, the food
Mm-hmm.
set, the Emmy set,
And
the Headhunter,
yep.
Rio.
I even went through for y'all and the ones that I started the ones that obviously Ramirez, Rio, and it's only a few of the head cannon ones, but I'm gonna do them all. I'm gonna go through all of them and do that as well. Started that yesterday. So we're gonna try to create some amazing lists for y'all to kind of do checklist and check off as we go through this dry spell.
This is crazy to me that this one is 2.9K. I love the Galaxia.
Well, no, that's for this season though, right? That's for this season.
I don't know if this is all time or
Yeah, no, this is for this season. If you go to all time, it'll switch real quick.
okay, so that's for okay. I mean,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, go to
I see
all.
it all time. Okay,
There you go.
414. Even still,
Yeah, that's low. That is low for Galaxia, but
she
she
was
is
the
pretty.
very first one. I don't wear that much anymore, but I used to rock her all the time. This is like an amazing skin.
Yo, MC, I'm telling you, like this breakdown, bro. It's so many different sets that you can do. Uh, man, I'm telling you, I think it's gonna be dope when we release this. I want to see what people are gonna try to chase, especially because a lot of people have finished a good amount of sets, or they're waiting to finish some sets like Optichrome and stuff like that. So we might throw a couple of things at y'all that y'all might be interested in. Whoever do that blue set, that blue scale set for series one, some people might already be able to complete it, but whoever can do that is gonna be crazy.
And it gets broken up in all these like Battle
Like
Pass Tier
like the
1.
tier 100. Look at the
Like
skins
I
at
like
the
Battle
top.
Pass Tier 1 and Battle Pass Tier 100 because there's
Yes.
always one of those versus like the ones in between.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Lux in there holding strong. I love it. Love seeing Lux up there. You know, she only got beat out by some Marvel skins next to Midas. You know, so I like that a lot.
yeah, there's definitely a lot of ways we can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's some dope breakdowns to do
So
for
if
sure.
you guys are watching right now, if you guys want to comment what type of categories you want to see, that'd be
Yeah.
great. We can get those. Throw them in
Yeah.
the comments if you have any ideas of like what you want to
The
see.
the battle pass ones is already done because I did the shorts on those, so I already have those sectioned off. The tier 100s is done and stuff like that. The blue scales, the color scales is done, and we
Or
just add some more.
like what do you want from like the FortniteCars.com website for like to help you collect your sets? Like what kind of information? Like you want pop reports with them? You want
Hmm.
like gym rates? Like
Oh
y'all want to know like which set is the hardest? Like is it like chapter one sets are the hardest to complete
yeah,
because X, Y, and Z? Stuff like that. Just put it in the comments and let us know.
holidays, yes, holidays. You got some dope holiday ones. You got
Trench Rider
obviously
is not the most popular skin from Series 2.
trench rider. Look that up.
There's
This is
no
like
way. All time. You see all. I feel like this is like one of the things
a troll.
you should not be googling. Trench Rider still
Trench
not as ugly as
no
Flytrap.
trench
Six
raider. My
hundred and
bad. Trench
thirty-five.
raider.
635. All right, now I just have to find out who's last.
Is it? I think. Dang, trench raider is close to last. If that's not the case, yeah. Scroll all the
Yeah,
way down. Let's see this.
I don't think he's last. I think there's.
Well, it's also skins in there that hasn't been factored in yet, like new skins that's coming out. But yeah.
Yeah, well, we won't talk. We won't.
Oh, sharp market cap.
Market cap would be kind of interesting. Mystique should be way up
Yeah,
there.
my guy grind right there. I wish he was a card so bad, but that's a Jordan skin.
Black Knight is 408. You guys love Black Knight.
BK for the W. Yo,
I would love
like
Scully
it.
as a card, a purple
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
We had the regular Scully
I like
battle.
the I like the Shadow Scully.
Yeah, I like Shadow Scully too.
Gemini the worst was. Dang, it's a lot of skins, bro.
Dude, this is like taking forever to load.
You only
Freaking
halfway there.
Rex
That's
at
the
816.
you halfway
There's
there.
no way
That's the
this is
crazy thing.
halfway.
Yeah, bro. It's like close to. I think it's 1600
Can I go
now.
faster? No.
Nope.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
I had to turn
Yeah,
my like super speed on here.
there. Oh, you're almost there. There it is. So
All right,
some of these don't
this one was
factor in
supposed
because
to
they
come
didn't
out
come
for like
out.
forever.
Yeah,
Didn't come. These are supposed to come out. This one I don't think is coming out, and I
yeah,
actually thought this one was kind of dope.
yeah,
But there's reasons why it won't come out. But I don't know who the person is that much about it. But I thought this game was kind of
yeah.
cool. Oh, I haven't seen that one.
That's a newer one. That joint fire. That's
I did not like I don't like the skin this was based on with, like, the one that has this
you
mask?
don't like the one with the cracked ice pants, bro?
No,
Diva?
I don't like the
She got the
glasses, but, like, this style, I could rock this one.
yeah, that's dope.
I could rock that one. Um, let me
Yo,
see.
MC, yeah, you gotta get some skins card
Yo,
graded for sure.
this skin is dope. This
Yeah,
one's about to come
Beyonce.
out for Halloween, guys, and
Yeah.
this one is so cool. I might have to grab that one. I don't know. I don't wear big skins, but that one's cool too. Now I'm definitely picking up this one. Have you
Yeah.
seen this for Halloween?
Uh-huh. Yeah, bro.
I'm definitely
Yo,
getting this one.
that is
I
crazy.
can't. This is the
I'm surp
first. This is the first Disney skin, right?
I think so.
Besides Star Wars
And yeah,
and Marvel.
and Marvel.
This is like outside of like those kinds of like
Yeah.
IPs. So this is kind of interesting. Definitely gonna be picking that one up.
MC, have you got your you got a submission back already, right, MC?
Here's Mark Myers is about to come to the game.
So this even shows like how the early evaluation happens. Like he already has, I think 4,000 votes in there already, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, about yeah, close to that. So it's pretty crazy how this dang yo Dio been out forever and that joint is that low. He got 92 usage.
Brilliant Bomber is only
She hasn't came out officially.
there's 8 usage.
I don't know what happened, but she's never came out. It's like a hack.
Okay,
She's never
okay.
released.
I remember seeing that, but people wanted that. That's why it surprised me. I guess I thought she came out when I saw the.
Yeah,
Oh, so nice. So
that's
this
a
must be them testing
this
them.
is the yeah, this
The
this
male version of this got 9. I got 28.
28, bro. 28 uses. That's like one person.
Nobody liked those. I like the female ones. The female ones.
First of all, when did we get to this many skins? I thought we was about to break 1600. I didn't know we was this deep into the 16s. That's crazy.
So this one hasn't come out. This is FNCS, or
Yeah.
it just came out, right?
Does it come out today or tomorrow?
2 occurrences.
Really?
It's got 135 usage.
Oh,
I haven't logged on this weekend
no,
yet.
that's content creators. That's what that is.
Okay.
Content creators got those.
So Trench Raider's up there, but it's these freaking soldier ones.
Dang, bro.
Dio is like in series 3.
Bro,
So if
chapter
you
2,
guys are trying to
season
sell a
3.
Dio card, if you're trying to sell a Dio card, it literally says 0%. And this was a battle pass skin, wasn't it?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You mean they gave this skin out for free and 100 people haven't used it? I'm about to main this skin. I'm about to
Yo,
main it.
yo, make him jump like 15 spots immediately after using him one day, bro.
All right, guys. I'm gonna only use him next season, and then we're gonna
That's
see if
see
the data
how the
is
number jump.
correct.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna write down like how many times I've used them and see
There
if
you
the
go.
data is correct. No, I can't do
Oh,
that. Can't work.
Dio was item shop. It's the female version that was I
Female
think
version
battle
that makes
pass.
more sense. I'm about
Yeah,
to
the
say if they
female.
gave him away, if
Yeah,
they gave him away in the battle pass and
yeah,
he only had 92 usage, that would be crazy.
yeah. It was. I don't know how to say her name, but yeah, it was the female one.
Dang, that's like this one.
Dang,
Oh
bro.
yeah, I'm not surprised. This one was just weird. That one was just out there. This is a
Yeah,
Series 2 skin, isn't it? I mean, yeah, Series 2's card,
yeah,
I believe.
yeah.
So if you are
Dang, bro.
buying, you're buying this card, just know what you're buying. There's not gonna be very many people looking for this card.
Like that, it's this is equivalent to saying like there's gonna be like no nostalgia attached to this skin, literally,
Like,
like literally.
let's see. Let's see what people are pricing. Panini Fortnite Deadfall. $149.
Don't burn nobody's cell, bro. Don't burn nobody's cell.
Oh, my bad, my
Yeah,
bad.
don't burn nobody's cell, bro.
I'm just saying $149 for
Don't
him.
do that. Don't
You
do
might want
that.
to rethink. You might want to rethink,
Don't do
guys.
that. Don't do that.
uh, I don't even know who that was. My
That-
bad. If you're a friend, if you're a fan of the show, I'm sorry. I was just joking.
yeah.
It falls great. I'm
Don't
sorry.
do that.
I'm sorry.
That's when the the crossover context burns it.
I'm sorry. I just had to look it up. But for a base card, $150 for a base card. I'm not sure I pay 150 for a base card
Oh
of
no.
Aura at this point. Um,
Facts.
dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's it before I burn all of our
Yes.
followers.
And if we didn't get to any of your pickups, we'll do it next week and just add to it if you have any added there.
Oh, we yeah, my
Well,
bad.
no, we'll just get to as many as we can through each week. So if we didn't get to them this week, we'll get to them next week, and we add whatever you else you pick up as well, just like we did last week. But yeah,
All right, that
appreciate it,
sounds
y'all.
good. Please like and subscribe and tell all your friends, guys. Catch you guys next week.
As I freeze at the end, like what the
Yeah,
heck,
you
bro?
did freeze.
You seen that? Like just at the end.